The following program is rated GE. It is suitable for general family viewing.
Dressing well is a form of good manners, and style says a lot about you without you even speaking. Hi and welcome to another episode of The Grind. My name is Violet Njeki. Today we are going to learn about the tailoring industry. We are in Cittifficial Klothing and we are going to learn how they were able to bring up this amazing business 7 years in, and they've done wonders. Come with me. Please introduce yourself to us.
My name is Brighton Okut. I normally prefer people calling me Tailor 001. That is what people know out there.
Yeah.
I'm a fashion designer, I'm a fashion entrepreneur, and anything. I'm in the business of fashion. I think just to be brief about everything about me.
Yeah. And why did you decide to go into the world of fashion?
Passion. Passion drove me into the world of fashion. And I think another thing, before the passion was maybe lack of employment. So I decided, why not create my own line, or actually just commercialize my passion in one way or the other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And how long have you been doing this business?
About 7 years.
7 years?
Yeah, about 7 years now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Tell me how you started from then up until now.
Startups, of course, are not easy. Like any other young entrepreneur, any other SME, all the other challenges that we face actually are more similar. So starting up for me was basically just wearing my own outfit and guys getting to like them. Back then I didn't even have a tailor or something of the sort. I used to have someone who does just my pieces. Then I think from the comments and probably the requests and probably the inquiries of where do you make your pieces, I thought, why not just create create a brand around all the inquiries. So I tried to fill in the gap here being the demand and the request the clients or my friends were actually creating from time to time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And did you know how to sew, like using the machines and everything?
When I was starting up, based on the challenges I experienced in my startup, I was tempted to. But later on I realized, why not use the skill that I have, which is probably more of entrepreneurial than the actual part of stitching. So I thought, why not combine forces? Like, am I able to bring in a team of individuals who can stitch while I use my passion in terms of designing and probably running a business on the other part. Yeah, so we were able to come up with the different skills and we were able to run this business.
Do you remember how much you spent when you're making your first suit?
I think I didn't even start at suits for beginners, as in what I used to do back in the days was basically khaki pants, and I think jeans. And that is where my niche, that is where I created my clientele from. So the amount I spent, I think $650 or $1,000 bob, around there.
I've seen that you major a lot in Ankaras as well. What led you to that side?
Being dynamic, as in every single year we are experienced with different challenges, and the challenge here could be there's a new demand. Like a new demand could be, like I've mentioned, it all started off as a khaki. I was only doing khaki.
Yeah.
Then khaki, someone comes and tells you, like, can you make a jacket for the same? Someone again comes and says, can you make a short for the same? So every single year, every single month, we are introducing a new item, and also it's part of our strategic planning in terms of staying afloat. Is like we don't want to be written off because we only do one particular thing. We're trying to be as vibrant as we're trying to give clients more options about what we do from time to time. Yeah.
From 7 years now in?
Yeah.
You now have a number of employees with you.
Sure.
When you're getting these employees, did you have to teach them how to make these things that you're making, the outfits and everything?
Talking about employees, like I've mentioned, we have different categories. Just the same way you would run a business, run a company, the same way we run what we do. Because we don't just measure in the aspect of fashion only.
Yes.
Behind fashion, there's a receptionist. Behind the fashion, there's a HR manager. Behind fashion, there's someone who is doing our PR. Behind fashion, there are people who are managing our social media accounts. Behind fashion, we have the production team. Behind fashion, we have messengers. So if you look at that setup, we are basically a fully fledged kind of organization or business that tends to run on all the aspects of running a business. Yeah.
I've seen a number of your clientele, if I may call them, the high names of the country. How are you able to build your base to get this clientele?
Building a base, I would say referrals, social media. then again, if you're able to put in good work out there, good work spreads fast. Yeah, everyone is able to notice like, where is that piece from? So from one individual to the other, and we cut across. We cut both the high end, low end. That is how we get to put word out there about what we do. It's basically our work. The moment you see our work out there, it's able to spread as fast as the news of something well done spreads fast for us.
And they've been able to be coming back even after you made them different pieces. What is that unique thing that Cittifficial has that they say, I'll go back to this, I'm not using another person?
Unique thing, like we know, like is with common with the tailoring. Let me just narrow it down to tailoring industry. Is probably service delivery. We are not there yet, but I think the reason we get these clients coming back is because every single day we are trying to improve on that particular aspect of service delivery. You can imagine getting an experience that is so awful, high chances are you'll never go back for whatever service, be it the tailoring industry, be it whatever industry.
Yes.
But if you're able to be given top-notch attention to your needs, for instance, then you're able to just come back on your own.
Yes.
It's basically just trying to market ourselves through clients who come back.
Yeah. So when one wants to get a piece from you, let's say I need to get a piece from you, what is the process that I have to go through to get through to you and get a finished product?
Finished product is basically you just need to book an appointment. After booking the appointment, you'll have to walk into our offices. In most cases, we have, assuming it's an online interaction, we'll have to exchange a few, take you through our designs, take you a few concepts. And then we normally prefer the client walking into the office. That way we're able to attend to you on a first hand basis, on a face-to-face basis. We're able to do a lot of analysis in terms of analyzing the kind of your color complexion. We're able to analyze your body type.
Oh, wait,
we're able to analyze
color complexion also matters when it comes to...
Yes.
Interesting, I've never known that.
It's part of just doing a whole client analysis of what would work best for them. We're able to take you through the different fabrics. We're able to take you through previous pieces that we've done. You're able to inspect our work. You see, in most cases, I tend to tell people that what you see online actually doesn't reflect what is sold on the ground. So for me, my tagline is you actually just have to inspect what to expect. Walk into the office, book an appointment, walk into the office, meet the team of personnel who are set to attend to you. Let us take you through every single item. Don't miss out, don't skip any single item. Let's talk about the service delivery. Let's talk about the whatever times we'll deliver the outfit. Let's talk about the quality. Let's talk about what you should expect of our work, and the delivery timelines and all that comes with producing an item.
And what of someone who is inquiring through online?
Online we also have a good experience in terms of managing our social media accounts. In terms of we're able to respond to actually, I think 80% of our inquiries that come through online sources, we're able to respond adequately, as much as we online or just a face-to-face appearance actually surpasses the online experience, because on online we are not able to tell. We're just robots speaking from one end to the other. But the moment you walk in, we're able to do the full analysis.
Because I know online someone can tell you I'm a size 6, then they come there a size 8. Have you ever gotten a client who is actually come and the measurement they gave you online is quite different from what you see?
It happens because maybe you see a particular item that is on a size 8, for instance, then you actually just make an inquiry that I want this particular dress. So probably you are going on, you may order this dress, you may send out the measurements, but again we realize, or maybe you may show up later on, but maybe upon getting here we're able to tell you this dress will not work on your body type. I think we put a lot of emphasis on dressing your body type. There's no harm in whatever body type you are, or neither is there supposed to be discrimination. We try to customize according to your need. Like if you're a plus size, we're able to fit in that. If you feel some type of way about your left arm, right arm, we're able to take care of it. We're able to come up with a design that actually gives you the confidence that is much needed.
So when it comes to pricing your different outfits, is it every outfit with a different price?
Yes. For us, I think every item or every product comes with a unique set of ways you want it to be executed or things you want us to achieve. So yes, there are ranges that we work within, but I think much of what we do from my own experience is every item is charged according to the need that you present to us. What are we trying to address in this particular case? What kind of fabric are we working with? What kind of design are we working with? So everything is priced independently.
And will you say the amount of range that it ranges to? Maybe it's from this amount to this amount?
We have as low as 2,000. We have as high as 60,000.
Or depending.
Yes, or depending on what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Yes. Again, we talk about the different qualities. There are different designs. Some take time. Some are easy to execute. Some are very complex. Some can even take us a week to pull through. So all that comes into question when we're doing our pricing.
So when it comes, maybe, do you also do like for entourage, like wedding entourage?
Yeah, sure. Part of what we do is we actually do bridal setups. Bridal setups basically entail groom, the bride, gowns, bridesmaids' dresses, parents, kids. Like I said, beginning from jeans. And every single time we've had the opportunity to introduce something new into the market. And I think as we stand, I don't think there's anything we don't do.
You've been able to...
anything that can be worn by humans, it's something we can do.
Something you can do. So when it comes to pricing, and someone maybe orders from in Mombasa, do you factor in the price of delivery?
In most cases, the price of delivery is actually a cost that we all normally advise the client on. Like from the onset, we're basically based in Nairobi. You need something in Mombasa. Once we're done with the product, we'll actually just take you through a parcel rate that will work for you. Then we're able to send it by your preferred courier services.
Since when you started, like 7 years ago up until now, have you ever gotten a client that you made something for them and they're like, no, I do not like what you have made for me?
Yeah. That is part of tailoring. Like I think every single day.
Every single day?
Yeah, every single day.
It's not like something occasional, like...
No, every single day.
And if you have to like do changes and everything, when it takes longer than expected, is there anything that, when it comes to cost, will it incur in that, or you give the client a leeway?
No, we prefer to take as much time and space as we can with the client on the first appointment. That way we're able to have everything in black and white. We're trying to reduce the chances of we having a client not having to be satisfied with the product at the end of the day. But it's still open too. The moment the product is done and the client doesn't like it in one way or the other, there are different aspects to I don't like it.
Yes.
I don't like it could be fabric. We took you through the whole process of the fabric selection process. Then the client picks. We advise what the client picks. So in the event that at the end of the day we are done with the outfit and you don't like the color, it has to be redone again, or you have to change the whole option at the client's cost.
At the client's cost.
At the client's cost. Another option could be what we agreed on is totally not done when the product comes in. In that particular case, we'll have to go step by step and look into the process. How do we miss it? Still, the end goal is another product will have to be done at probably the office's cost or whoever was handling that particular order's cost. But we normally try to create a balance in between. Creating a balance is before you walk out of the office on your order date, you make sure you're fully convinced. We take you through every single thing. Because as is the nature of tailoring, it's an imagination. It's a product you've never worn. You've simply seen a picture and you've seen materials and you've seen my sketches and you're like, yeah, this outfit will look good on you, this pair of trousers. But you can imagine you've never worn this item. So you don't know how whether you'll feel comfortable or not. Then unfortunately with tailoring, unlike ready-made, you're able to walk into a shop and you only want pants. So you'll be given a 40, try a 40. The waistline is okay, the hip line, the thigh is loose, give me a 38. Like you have options to try. For us in tailoring, that option is not there. So if it's stitched, the options we have here is we take your measurements and stitch. In the event that there's some changes to be made, we will adjust. But we don't have an option of, I don't like it, can I try another one? No, we don't have that option.
Well, today I'm learning a lot about tailoring. Apparently, tailoring is an imagination brought to life, which is quite something interesting. We're going to take a short break, but we'll be right back to learn more about this amazing bit.
You are watching. Entrepreneurs around the country are creatively grinding.
I started with a borrowed phone.
A borrowed phone?
Yeah, that could last 2 hours with charge.
We just have to do quality work for them.
To make their mark in an unpredictable market.
It was now going on a sales venture, looking for stockists door to door.
On the grind, we bring you their stories so you can tell yours. Every Monday at 7:30 p.m. Men are known to be the pillars.
We're rising up together.
Say your point. You need an alpha male now to come and help you
Angel girl.
Ameongea zero.
And women, they are the cornerstone that hold the pillars.
Don't be entitled. A man is peaceful, a man knows how to talk to a lady.
This November, the Men's Conference brings a cocktail of diverse ladies to weigh in on various matters.
Something I'd love more to see is men being able to exist as themselves.
Tune in every Wednesday at 10 p.m.
Hello guys,
The home of untold stories.
Hi and welcome back to The Grind. For those who missed the first part, my name is Violet Njeki and today we're in the tailoring industry. We are at an amazing business, Cittifficial Klothing, where they make amazing products for amazing people. And today we're learning how the entrepreneurship of this business was brought up. So you were talking about your different fabrics. Where are you able to get all these different, because I can see like varieties?
We source all across, because we source locally, we source overseas. Like we're trying to serve every walk-in client, every type of client, and we're also trying to meet whatever demand that comes our way. So we have to be as versatile as we can. We are sourcing from across. Yeah.
And is this expensive to you as the person who goes to get these things?
Yeah, it's part of any business process. Like you need to have raw materials. So whatever levels we have to go to, we'll try as much as we can to get the best sources, to work with the best suppliers, to work with the best qualities, and also above everything else, find rates that are basically affordable for every single human.
And does this also apply to the small details like buttons, zips?
Yeah, all that. It's basically a question of quality.
Yeah.
Like what is the best quality that we can work across? So if we have to source it from whatever place, we'll have to get it.
So sometimes you have to actually get it from overseas.
Yes.
When you have to get a fabric from overseas, how long does that take you for you to get here?
I think we have such cases once in a while. Because we normally try to categorize that as high-end. High-end client in this sense is someone who wants a specific item. Weddings don't just occur every single other day. Someone, for instance, shows up in April and wants a wedding in December. So we're able to take them through the whole process, and we also happen to have samples from across different suppliers, both local and international. So the moment you are able to select that particular item, it means we have to make calls, we have to do emails in one way or the other to have the fabric shipped in good time for us to do the stitching, or whatever item that we need to get from whatever place, like I have mentioned. So some could take a month, some could take 2 months, depending on how fast. Others could even take a week, because you need a small portion of fabric. For instance, 4 meters, 3 meters. 4 meters could take you like a week to get to the country, or even 3 or 4 days to get to the country. Yeah.
So you also get them locally, as you said. Do you think that local fabricators have gotten to the point where you can say, I can only rely on these people?
I think local, as far as tailoring is concerned, local here means it's sourced internationally but sold locally.
Not that they make it from scratch.
Kenya's fashion industry has we still have a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
I think we have very few companies or farms processing fabrics, for instance. We don't even have an authentic Kenyan fabric to begin with. Like we don't even have you see, like we have Nigerian fabric, we have the Kente, we have Ankara and stuff. In Kenya, I think the closest is Rivertex, the presidential print shirts, That is the closest we can go.
To local?
Yeah, that is the closest I think we've gone as far as local is concerned. So there's a lot of input at the end of the day to put into the textile industry as far as we're concerned, because much of what we use on a day-to-day basis is basically imported.
Wow.
And becomes local because we are buying it from local.
From a local person. Wow, I've never actually known that Kenyans were that. But hatujafika.
Yes.
We have a long way.
We still have a long way to go.
So you've mentioned a number of challenges in the first part that you faced for you to build up. What are some of those challenges that you've come across?
Challenges, I would say common challenges. If you've ever been into business, the challenges Mama Mboga goes through, the challenges companies go through, the challenges everyone is facing due to Corona. You see, like all those are challenges that cut across. But if I was to narrow down in the fashion industry, thing that I keep working on to every single day is basically building a client base, building trust amidst your clientele. Like we all know it's very rare to find people who just believe in tailors and the tailoring industry. Someone will say, all my life I have bought a dress once and I was very disappointed. I've never done that again. You get? So we are trying to rewrite the narrative of it's very possible. Just the same way you can go out there and order a car to be customized to your whatever taste and brand. In the same way we can do an item to actually work in for you. So at startups, the normals are basically capital. The normal at startup is maybe the policies you're working with. You get the policies, the taxes and stuff. Location and stuff. You're trying to move from downtown to uptown. Yeah, those are basic challenges for startups. That maybe the challenges we're experiencing right now is basically just building the brand to the level that we want it to be. Every single day is a work in progress. Like every single day we are schooled about something different. Trying to execute an item, to try to be a brand, try to be a brand that someone doesn't just buy once and never shows up again.
So you've been able to also deal with high-end clients, as we said. How are you able to market yourself to get to those clients that we actually call bigwigs? How are you able to get to that point?
Like I mentioned in the first part, it's referral. Then you have to put in a very good work to actually be able to maintain or to get to that particular level. Then again, 7 years it's not a short time.
Yes.
I believe when you're beginning, you don't even have you only just hope. And even where we are right now, we are still hoping we'll dress even bigger and both smaller. Like there is no, we don't look at even the social classing of every clientele that we work across, but we look at how we're able to execute the product so that it befits individuals or clientele of no social standing. Like whichever position you are in the society, we're able to attend to your need. So in terms of reaching out to them is we keep putting in good work every single time. Yeah, and good work, like I've said, spreads fast. Yeah. Your dedication to make sure it's delivered on time, your dedication to make sure the right outfit is done, your dedication to make sure there's something unique about your product that others are not doing out there. Yeah, like you're able to just cut a niche for yourself. Like people are able to appreciate what you do, people are able to see a difference in your style. Then I normally say packaging is part of the process. Like how packaged are you as a business? Like are you able to relate to whatever class of individuals you want to attend to? Yeah. Because let me give you one of the challenges in business is starting up means you can't even afford to be in uptown or something of the sort. You begin down in Luthuli and we all start there. Yeah. So you want to get to this particular client market or client niche and you're based in River Road, for instance. Fashion is something you need to walk in. I will say without fear of contradiction, fashion is not something that you can just do and say I will deliver in your house. Yes. The number of times we did that, we ended up losing clients because the moment you send me a measurement, then I do the piece, then I send to you. Fashion is subjected to adjustments in one way or the other. So you can imagine the process of having to send an outfit via rider, the client feels the disappointment of it's not how I wanted it. You have to do video calls and again, you still don't get it. But again, if you're able to do it from our workstation, we know it's like you're doing it from our forest, so we know how to navigate all through out of the forest. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to take you back a little bit to your fabrics. You said you get them from here and from outside as well. How much does that cost you?
I think for now we don't do bulk sourcing. We do, like I've said, there is no point to do bulk sourcing because every given order is special in its own way. Someone comes and says, today we have, maybe you can find out of 3 orders, we have guys who want red, yellow, blue. So the moment you have red only, you're out of business. You need to, we are flexible in the sense that we order as per that particular item. Yeah, the client has ordered the red, this quality of fabric, merino and stuff, we are able to order that particular one. So every order is treated individually on its own.
So not going like
not bulk. Not bulk.
So for those 7 years up until now, from when you started till now, what has that journey of entrepreneurship and setting up this place taught you as a person as we wind up?
First thing that this journey taught me is I needed to go back to school.
Go back to school?
Yes. When I began, it was basically passion. Passion is we stitch outfits and we stitch outfits guys wear and we are okay with Instagram and stuff. Then I realized that wasn't enough. So I had to take my master's in entrepreneurship to just understand the whole logic about running a business apart from the passion. Passion only wasn't enough. Like I had to figure out how best do I balance, how do you balance your books of accounts How are you able to employ the best staff? How are you able to solve conflicts from time to time? Because at times we just have client office conflicts. How do we staff conflicts? How do you handle all these things? So in the 7 years, it's been an awesome experience because every single day you're able to see the work that you put in one way or the other. You're able to see changes. Yeah, you're able to see changes like 2 years ago, this was the problem. Right now, we fixed this. But that doesn't mean we have stopped getting problems. Like a problem arises every single day, or a challenge exists every single day. Yes. No one knew Corona was coming. We have to think. Yeah. And thinking, the problems we are fixing is thinking at some particular point with every fabric you see here. There was a time in this country that we stopped stitching outfits and we were doing masks. You can imagine? Yeah. Yes, we were just doing masks for I think 4 or 5 months. Yeah. Having to tell my team of tailors that now you have to put your skill aside and bring in new skill of producing masks. That is how we can survive. Yeah. So the experience is, the beauty about the whole thing is, apart from the challenges, you experience the challenges. The moment you get a breakthrough in the challenges, you're good to go. Like you're learning every single day. As we wind up, or the parting shot for me would be, I think it takes a lot of patience. Yeah. It takes a lot of patience to run a business. It takes a lot of God to run a business. It takes a lot of maturity to run a business. It takes a lot of humility to run a business. Just trying to balance in, because you're dealing with people from all walks of life. Yeah, it takes too much. It's actually a full-time job. I think those who say that I can have a job and a part-time business is a full-time job. Like you have to be there on every single. Dedication is also part of the process. Like you have to be very dedicated into putting in enough energies into what you need to do. Yeah.
And where will one find you if they want to get your products?
We are very easy to find. Our physical location is Kenwood House. Kenwood House is next to Java Kimathi Street, or the famous Kilimanjaro Jamia restaurant building. We're on the 3rd floor, room 307. We're on all social media platforms. We're on Facebook as Cittifficial Klothing. We're on Instagram as Cittifficial Klothing. Yeah, we are basically everywhere with the same tagline, Cittifficial Klothing.
Thank you so much for your time and your insights.
Pleasure.
Well, waking up each day and making something different each and every day is what has kept this business growing. What is it that keeps yours growing? Well, that is all we had for you today here on The Grind. Remember to talk to us on TV47 KE on all our platforms. My name is Violet Njaki, and as we always say, until next week with another business, another entrepreneur, see you soon.
We value your feedback. If you would like to send questions, comments, or suggestions for your favorite TV47 shows, call us on telephone number 06